Hi, my name is Rav Nathan Alexander. Some of you know me, some of you don't know me. Whatever the case, whatever our relationship, I'm going to be very open and honest with you. And the reason that I'm going to be open and honest with you is there are not enough religious leaders especially talking straight about issues like pornography, about addictions like pornography. Many leaders are happy to stand up there from their pulpits and talk about addictions to alcohol or drugs or abuse. But how many people are really talking openly and straight in a caring way with a full heart of love to people who are addicted to pornography? I want to start by explaining to you the role of sexuality in the world. The way that we can explain it is through a story in the Talmud, which is the oral law that was passed down through the Jewish people. One day, the rabbis around the times of the temple realized that the pull, the desire for sexuality was too great. It was actually taking over the world, and people were doing all sorts of immoral things, pretty much like today. So it's a bit of an esoteric story, but somehow they used special words and names of God and they captured the sexual desire. And they put it in a cage and locked the cage. Or they actually say they put a pot over it so that it couldn't get out. And the rabbis were so happy with themselves, they were so pleased with themselves. They'd solved the problem. They had taken the sexual urge away from the world and put it away in a type of jail so nobody could be affected by it. A few days later, these same rabbis go for a walk down the road. And what do they see? They see that no chickens are laying eggs, no cows are giving milk, husbands and wives are fighting more than normal. And they realize that they've made a grave mistake. And in fact, the world needs a sexual drive in order to exist, in order to procreate, in order to continue. The world needs a sexual drive. But what were they going to do? They couldn't just let it go and let it affect the world like it was before. So what they did was they took a type of rouge makeup and they painted its eyes to lessen its strength, to weaken it a little bit, and then send it back out in the world. What do we see from this story? We see that the sexual urge, the sexual drive is important in the world. It's part of our functioning, it's part of who we are. But like anything in the world, this world has material items and material urges that either can be used for positive or for negative. I'll give you an example. I can take this piece of paper and I can write a speech that is going to teach people about godly ways. Or I can even fold it up and make a paper aeroplane with one of my children. That's a positive usage of this paper. But I can also print such negative things about people on it. I can, like most newspapers do, I can print disgusting things about people in the world, about politicians or famous people, just to get a story. I can even print pornography on this and affect people's lives in a negative way. So too with the sexual urge. The sexual urge is an item, is an urge that is put in the world, and God says to us, listen, I'm going to give you this tool, and this tool is here to create peace in the home when you satisfy your spouse. This tool is here to procreate, because without the sexual drive, without the sexual urge, it is very difficult to create children. So I'm going to give you this tool, and you can do that positive with it. You can actually bring God into this world while having an orgasm. Amazing, right? That you can bring God into this world while having such a physical, uplifting feeling. But you can also use it for negative. And there is no doubt that pornography is using the sexual drive, the sexual urge for negativity in this world. Once again, this is not coming from a judgmental heart. This is coming from a place of love and of care. And it's not like I haven't struggled with different things in my life. Every one of us struggle with things in our life. That's what makes us human. But we have to be honest about those struggles. I want to read to you what the definition is of pornography. Printed or visual material containing the explicit description or display of sexual organs or activity. Now listen very carefully. Intended to stimulate erotic rather than aesthetic or emotional feelings. The point behind pornography, I'm sorry to tell you, is to create a desire for more pornography. It's a desire to create it's an intended desire to stimulate you and me to search for more. The people that are creating pornography do not care about you or me or our children. They care about money. They care about making a successful business. Now, I'm not saying that those people are not good people in their lives, but their actions, their kavanah in Hebrew, their intent is just to make more money, no matter who it hurts, no matter who it brings down, no matter what struggles it brings into our lives. They have put pornography there in order to entice us into spending more. Once we have that urge, once we see that little pop-up, we want more. Why? Because it is a natural urge. It's a natural desire that God put in this world. What we need to do is decide, what are we going to use it for? Are we going to use that desire, that turn on that we have to create peace in our home, to love and care physically and emotionally for our husband or wife? Or are we going to use it to give them more money? Are we going to use it to fill their bank account? Let's ask that question. Why did they put it there? Now, if you can see that on the other side of the screen, you have somebody counting your money, not worrying about you, but counting your money and saying, how can I get them to look at the next thing so that they pay a little bit more? Or that they start to pay and they're not happy with the free pics or the free short videos. If you want more, you have to sign up for more. It costs you. They're looking for money. They want your money. The same money that can be spent on charity or buying a present for your spouse or taking your children on a holiday. They want that so that they can do that for themselves. They're selfish. They do not care about you. It's like giving a gun to a suicidal person. It's like saying to somebody, I will find whatever weakness you have and make money out of that. It's like putting cocaine in front of a drug addict and charging them for it. There's no difference there. There is no difference there. The providers of pornography do not care about us and our families. They care about themselves. Next time you urge yourself or you feel the urge to go and look at that pornography, just picture the person behind that computer, behind that picture, worrying about themselves, their selfishness, and not worrying about you. And in fact, not only not worrying about you, wanting to urge you more. Wanting to put more negativity into your life. Wanting to pull you further away from your spouse. Wanting you to have this dark place in your life to sneak around. They don't care about you. They care about only themselves. Next time you have the urge, think about that. There are many things in life that we can indulge ourselves in. And we haven't even spoken about whether pornography is good for you or bad for you. Or the actors that they use. Or the negativity that happens in relationships. The first step is to understand the people behind the screen don't give a beep about you. They will find every single negative and weak spot and use it against you and I. Let's be strong. Let's fight back. Let's not allow people to take advantage of our weaknesses. Let's not let people take advantage of our homes, of the peace in our homes. Let's not let them take that away from us. Let's stop now. Because if somebody said to me, "Here, Nathan, here's some food. I cooked it for you and it has poison in it. Enjoy." I wouldn't take it. Don't take their poison. They don't care about you and I.